Your first social proof exercise might on its surface not seem to have that much to do with social proof, but in the age of social media, it absolutely does. And also in the age of meeting people through activities and like networking and the world being a very small place, it's very, very useful. And so the mission is this. I want you to write down, that means you have to actually do a little homework, write down 5 interesting things that you can do in the next month, okay? New interesting things you can do. Join a class, go play a sport, go join a gym, go hang out at the park and read for a certain number of, find out, like go to an amusement park, go on a vacation, etc., etc., etc. Go to a landmark, whatever it is. Something that's interesting to you. Now, this is going to have 2 very good effects for you, maybe 3. Actually, 3 very good effects. 1, if you're getting out of the house, you're going to meet people. That's a side effect, but it's there. Secondly, you're going to be living a more interesting life. This means whenever you are talking to people, you're going to be conveying a lot of social proof about your life. You're telling stories about the cool, fun things you've done. They're going to take from that you've had a cool, fun, interesting life. That's going to make it a lot easier for you to meet friends. And thirdly, in the age of digital media, when you go and do these things, you're going to make the list now. Now you have to actually go do them. When you go do them, I want you to take pictures of yourself doing them, and I want you to post it on your social media so that anyone and everyone who knows you is going to see you living this interesting life. Girls respond so strongly to social media. Anyone who's your friend on Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, and sees you doing these interesting things this month, and if you do it ongoing in future months, they'll be like, wow, that guy's so interesting. That guy's so cool. I wish he was in my life or I was in his life. And they may even start chasing you, and that's the ideal, okay? So make your life more interesting. Come up with 5 things you want to do this month, 5 interesting activities for yourself, ideally that you can also share with the world, but 5 new interesting things you're going to do to make your life interesting and better this month. The next social proof exercise is probably the best and most direct social proof exercise you'll ever do. Also might be the single best thing you can possibly do for yourself in game, okay? And this is it. Say hello and goodbye to every what I call regular in your life. Every person that you're going to be seeing on an ongoing basis, say hello and goodbye to them. If you work in an office, say hi to everybody in the office. You don't have to have a conversation with all of them, but just if you make eye contact with them, hey, what's up? Give them a nod. Good morning. When you leave at the end, hey, have a good night. As simple as that. As simple as a couple words on the way in and out on a regular basis, as opposed to just like head in a book or like head on your cell phone or whatever, okay? Be a little bit social. It's going to go a long way, because here's what's going to happen. The first time you say hi to someone, if you don't know them that well, they're probably like, maybe like even like, what, huh? Next time, they'll probably like, hi. The next time, they'll probably see you and say hi first. The next time, you might end up in a conversation, right? And if you end up in a conversation with them, that's great. You made a new friend. If you don't end up in a conversation with them, who cares? Because they know other people in your office or around whatever, school or apartment complex or wherever you live. And what's going to happen is maybe someone else in that establishment becomes a friend of yours, or is a possible date of yours or something like that, and they ask them about you. They know you as the nice guy who says hi to them all the time, and now like, oh yeah, he's cool. I know him. I see him all the time. Da, da, da. And now you have trust. You have social proof. You're vouched for. Lots of good things are happening. When you're in these small sort of societies, take massive advantage of it. It's so much easier within a small social circle to have status and clout and comfort than it is on a cold approach. So why would you not take massive advantage? Why would you turn your social circle into a venue for cold approach? All right. So what you're going to do, say hi and bye, simple as that, to the regulars in your life. You don't have to try and get in a conversation with them. Let that come naturally as it does. Just minimum, say hi and bye. Now, don't have to be weird about it. If you're at your office, you don't have to like go tap everybody on the shoulder in the morning, go say hi to them individually. No, just walk through. Anyone who makes eye contact with you, say hi. Promise you, if you're around them often enough, sooner or later, you're going to bump into everybody. You're going to do it in a natural, organic way. But the point is to be a cheery, happy, social person in your day-to-day life and not a disgruntled one, okay? So for this one, I want you to make a 1-week commitment to actually just say your highs and buys. Actually, you know what? Start off with 1 day. Start off with 1 day because, it's the first one day, but I want you to work up to 1 week, okay? I want you to work up to a 1-week commitment where you're doing this thing. And I'm really going to push you on this one because it is probably the single best move you can make in all of game. Did I say that already? I'm going to emphasize it. It is the single best thing you can probably do for your game, so do it. Next up for social proof, we're gonna directly deal with your social media. Because if people get a glimpse into your life and see you at your best, they're probably going to like you. If they don't get that glimpse, they're probably gonna forget you exist until the next time you see them. So you wanna be hitting up the social media. It's one of the best tools you have. Now, I don't want you to spend hours and hours on it because they can be a time suck. Here's what I want you to do. For 1 week, I want you to spend 5 minutes a day, that's it, doing something to improve your social media. Post one good picture. Write one good, interesting update about your day. Just one little thing every single day. That's it. It doesn't have to be a big commitment. Just do something. Be a little bit present in people's lives. 5 minutes a day, improve one little thing each and every day. Ideally, what I want you to do is build the habit, because if you build the habit of social media and social proof and being in people's lives, the people who are going to like you are much more naturally going to gravitate towards you. If you aren't doing that, you're just not put in front of them, so they have no way of knowing that they would have liked you, all right? It's also very, very good in terms of sort of your self-perception, your presentation, the fact that you feel like that you're cool enough to put yourself out there. That's also a good statement as well. That's a nice little ancillary benefit. But the biggest thing is I want you putting yourself out in front of people on a regular basis in a positive way. So 5 minutes a day, 7 days, that's it. 35 total minutes of effort. It's not a lot, but do it. Start developing the social media habit. It probably, as we go forward already, but as we go forward in the next couple of years, it is probably the biggest thing you can do for your success in women is to master your social media. Your final social proof assignment, make a female friend. I know that's crazy, right? You're gonna talk to a girl, not try and sleep with her? I know, get your head around it for a second. Having female friends is so valuable. A, they can introduce you to girls. B, they help you understand the female psyche so much better. And they'll make hanging out with girls natural to you and not a big deal, okay? It's super important for all of those reasons. Now, I'm not saying that you need to go find a supermodel to be friends with. If that happens, great. I'm not saying it has to be the most popular girl you know. That happens, great, but it's not a big deal. Now, I would prefer that the person that you choose be at least like not 80 years old and hopefully like under like 250 pounds, something like reasonable to the point that she'll probably have some relatively attractive friends and some semblance of a social life. That'll make your friend a lot more leverageable. But that said, I don't even care as much about that as the fact that you actually just start interacting with women, even when you don't want to have sex with them, that you make it a natural part of your life. The more female friends you have and the more you become comfortable around women, the better off you're going to be in all areas of your life. So talk to lots of girls. Some of them you may get along with, some of them you may not get along with. Some of them you won't even want to have as your friends, right? But there will be some that are genuinely cool people. Maybe you have some common interests. You know, become friends with them, hang out with them, put a little effort into it, and the rewards you're gonna reap in terms of them saying good things about you, them making you look better, them introducing you to their friends, them helping you with all things female, understanding women, fashion, appearance, yada, yada, yada. It's going to snowball. It's going to be amazing, but you got to start with that first female friend.